Hello, students, and hello, world. This is Teacher Melody, and welcome back to our GoTalkTo podcast episode number 4. Today, we have two lovely ladies in the house. Let's welcome them. We have Diana and Kat. Our topic for today is about English bloopers stories. So I'm pretty sure that each one of us have different stories about their first time or moment when they try to learn English as a second language. The reason why I've also suggested this topic to be tackled is I noticed that many students are conscious or worried about making mistakes when speaking English or any other second language. They usually choose not to speak in class, or sometimes they just try to speak the simplest form of saying it because they're afraid to commit mistakes. This time, we're going to have fun and we're going to just laugh it out and learn. That's how we do it here at GoTalkTo. All right, so Diana and Kat, can you tell us about yourself?
Well, my name is Diana Rivera. I am 18 years old. I am Mexican. I've been living in 3 different countries through these 18 years.
Wow.
I actually finished a technical high school, being a mid-level software developer. And I really love movies and superheroes.
Wow. Who's your favorite superhero?
Spider-Man has to be.
Me too. Okay. How about Kat? Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Yes, my name is Catalina. I am also 18 years old. I just finished my technical high school in software also. I am from Costa Rica and I have a lot of stories, I think.
Well, we're excited about that. So, Diana, you mentioned that you're Mexican. How long have you been learning English? Because you speak so well.
Oh, thank you. You make me blush. Well, I've been learning English since elementary school in Mexico back then, first grade, second grade. Then I moved to Panama because of my father's job, and turns out I wasn't as good as English as my parents thought. Because there, in the school I was, many subjects were in English, like science, math, and history. They were also in English. And I wasn't that fluent at understanding and speaking. So my parents decided to take me out of school and pay a particular teacher to teach me at home for 2 months. And in those 2 months, I learned like basically everything: how to speak, how to write, how to understand other people speaking. And it helped me with that amazing teacher those 2 months. They were worth it. And now I'm still learning. I really love the language. And I think I've been studying it almost maybe 12 years now. So it's been a long, long way.
And of course, we have Kat. How long have you been learning English?
When I was 2 years old, my dad and my mom had to work. So I started preschool, and in preschool I started like practicing English, like basic contents like colors, numbers, the letters of the alphabet. So yes, I have been learning English like for 16 years almost.
The next question is, what's your biggest fear as an English learner?
When I am talking and I forget a word, so I start thinking and synonyms and ways to say it in a correct way. And I think that's my biggest fear, like to say something in a bad way, and the other person is going to understand completely the opposite of what I want to say. So yes, I think that's make me so nervous.
Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys also feel the same way. Again, that's pretty normal. What I usually recommend to my students, if they forgot a certain word, you can just be honest and say, how do you call So that's the usual survival phrase. How do you call this? Or
Mm-hmm.
you could just go ahead and tell some examples. That's one of the techniques.
Okay.
How about you,
Then,
Diana? What's your biggest fear as an English learner?
well, I think my biggest fear would be talk to people in English, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they short words that maybe my English guide they didn't taught me how to, or what they
Mm-hmm.
mean, and also knowing that what I say to others is the correct way to say it, or that I mean what I said, or they
Mm-hmm.
understand. Because otherwise, my fear will be telling them, talking to them, and then them making fun of me or laughing at me because I didn't know how to say it, or I'm a beginner, or I failed.
Mm-hmm.
That was my biggest
Mm-hmm.
fear.
My students also shared their experiences. They're afraid of appearing stupid or not too smart to understand certain expressions or statements. Probably it's just how you carry yourself and just be real. If you commit mistakes, did I say it right? I know it's too personal, and I want to really thank you for sharing these information. I bet your parents don't know your fears about English. Am I correct? Am I the first person
No.
to ask you this?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell my father
Yes.
because he needs to practice English, so hearing this conversation might help him, actually.
Exactly, exactly. So you could just tell your father, you're not alone. I feel the same way too. Right, Kat?
Yes, absolutely.
How did you overcome the fear that you have? What did you do?
In my like experience, um, I have been practicing like talking to Diana or talking to my teachers and asking them if I am saying the correct way, in the correct way. So if I am making a mistake, they can correct me, and I'm going to like improve and being that continuous learning process. Yes, I think that that's been my way of improve, to be in a constant practicing, in a constant
Mhm.
conversations, watching videos, watching series in English, and yes.
I love that. I love that attitude. You can never be too proud of yourself and assume that you know everything
Mm-hmm.
because you've been learning English for 12 years and you wouldn't need to ask for help. Now, I'm curious about Diana. How did you overcome it?
Well, I first saw it as, in this case, acceptance. Because, for example,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't love yourself, nobody will see it. In this case, I said, if I'm not confident about my speaking or my skill at speaking in English, nobody will notice that confidence. So I first set my mind on thinking I'm good enough to study English, to be great, and learn how to speak correctly, in this case, or be
Mm-hmm.
fluent in it. And then I start, as Cara say, hearing music in English, watching all my videos in English with subtitles in this case to understand what
Mm-hmm.
they were saying sometimes. And having that fluent conversations in your head, trying to understand what they're saying, it helped me a lot in this case to maintain a conversation with other people myself.
Wait,
And
are
also,
are
not,
you guys sure that you're both 18 years old? Because the way you answer these questions is just blew my mind.
yeah, well, I'm 18 years old. Actually, 2 weeks ago, I had my birthday. So
We can
Happy
celebrate, but
birthday.
thank you. But yeah,
Please
uh,
continue. Mhm.
oh yeah, and it really was a matter of time. Also, having people next to me, like my father, my brother, that is new in this world. However, he's been there, always talking to me in English when
Mhm.
we don't want my mom to know what we are talking about.
Oh,
And
that's so bad.
yes, I know, I feel guilty, but there's a good reason behind it. Um,
Okay.
and having that moral support from my friends, practicing with them, with my family, with my teachers, asking for feedback in every class, and all with the support they gave me make me feel
Mm-hmm.
confident about and be able to speak to others about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys are doing great. Your teachers must be so proud of you. I was thinking that you guys could be the next beauty queens for Costa Rica.
Thank you.
Well, I am very very hard on walking in heels, so maybe
Yes.
I need to practice in that before I become Miss of Costa Rica.
Well, you're so funny as well. So, what else could we ask for? Thank you so much for sharing those beautiful insights coming from 18-year-old women. So, that's just really refreshing. I'm not sure if you're willing to share this, but I'd still ask you anyway. Kat, what is the most memorable and funniest mistake have you ever had while learning English?
I think that when someone asks me something or I want to say something and I forgot the word in English, so I use the Spanish word but with accent like in English. Like for
Mm-hmm.
example, in Costa Rica we say cartuchera to the pencil
Okay.
case. So when I forget to say how to say pencil case, I say cartucher, and people are like, "What?" And I'm like, "The thing that you put," and it's like fun because people reaction is like, "I don't know what you are saying. That word is not in the dictionary or it does not exist." Yes, I transform some Spanish word into an English word.
Good thing that they were not thinking you're cussing or something or saying something bad against them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or throwing some spells against them.
No.
How about you, Diana? What was your funniest moment when you first learned the language?
Well, I made a lot of mistakes in grammar always. I'm really,
Mm-hmm.
really bad at grammar, like the past tense, present, future, all that kind of verbs in past and present configurations. I'm always bad at it. So I think it was my 7th grade at high school. I was in my English class, and one of my classmates didn't come. And the teacher asked, "Where is Amanda?" No, my classmate. And
Mm-hmm.
I said, "No, she didn't came." And then my teacher looked at me and said, "You're wrong." And I was like, "No, she didn't came. She's not here." And then he said, "No, you're wrong because she didn't come." And I'm like, "Oh, she didn't come." And then he explained the board, all the like the times and all that kind of stuff that comes to didn't come. And then I went, "Okay, I fine." Then the next week, he again asked, "Okay, where is Alejandro?" And I said automatically, "She didn't come. He didn't came." And then he was like, "We talked about it." And you can ask me in that class, like all the times I learned, of course, that it was didn't come. And then all the time, the teacher, when someone was absent, he said, "Diana, so Amanda didn't came?" And I was like, "No, she didn't come."
Next time, if you commit mistakes, you probably want to say, "No, teacher, it's a prank. I got you."
Yeah. And I became the girl didn't came at school. Like that was the joke on me the whole year.
Hashtag didn't came. It became so trending.
Yeah. Please.
Anyway, at least you've learned your mistake and move on.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, forgive me for saying this, but I think, if not all, but most of us would feel stupid whenever we commit mistakes, right? Amidst these feelings or frustrations, the first stages
Mhm.
of our learning, what drives you or what motivates you to still pursue learning the language?
I think that business word works directly with what you can do or what you can offer to the
Mm-hmm.
company or to the people you are around with. So I think that learning a language, I don't know, Spanish, English, Portuguese, Mandarin, it's necessary for becoming like the person you want to be in the future. If you want to be a success people, if you want to become like big, to important, to feel comfortable with what you are doing and what with you are, you have to be always learning, be always looking for the best version of yourself, and that includes languages and things like that. So my motivation for learning English and for continue learning English is that, so I can feel good with myself, with what I know, with what I can learn from others and what I can teach to others. Yes, I think that that's my number one motivation and rule.
Wow, that's contestant number one, guys. Let's have a round of applause. But really, thank you. Thank you, Kat, for sharing that. I love it in a sense that you're trying to focus on yourself and you're more concerned about what you can give at the same time. So you're not narcissistic enough to just think about yourself. I want to be the best. I want to be better than everyone. But you want to be a better version of yourself so you can give more.
Yes.
How cool is that? I hope there'll be a lot of young ladies and young men who would be like you. You can be a great ambassador. Telling you this not just to make you feel better, but it's just how it is. I find you amazing, and please continue that. And now I want to
Thank
know
you.
about Diana's answer. You're welcome, Kat. How about you, Diana? What drives you to become a better version of yourself?
Well, I guess my father's example, he, as I see him, he always pursues to be a better person and to learn also. So I learned English because of him. He encouraged me to attend English classes, always give me international schools, private schools with the excellent English teachers that they have. And I really at first saw it boring or saw it like wasting my time. And now I see that it's important. And he always said it. He said like, I didn't have the chance to learn English as I'm giving it to you. And knowing that in the world now is important. Like back then in my time, he said it was something like additional, like something you do it as an option. But now it's something necessary, vital, that you have on your CV or you have it in your job. It's something really important. So at that time, I really saw it not as a subject, but like a passion. I really enjoyed speaking English. I really enjoyed learning, reading, watching movies in English. They were like something fun. I see it now like a normal, like a routine thing. And it really motivated me, the example that my father gave me, because he's now learning, but he said it's harder for him. And he's trying to speak with me in English, but he realizes I'm faster than him speaking. And sometimes he's like, whoa, 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 slow down. I cannot understand you. Like that type of things make me feel like I can give more than what I am or than what I can do. So that really motivates me to keep learning.
That's just so beautiful. You guys just gave me the most beautiful answers. I would certainly agree that learning a second language is, at first, you would really think that it's useless. Does it make me smarter? Does it add more confidence? Does it make me a better person? More likely you would answer no, right? Because speaking is different from intelligence quotient. However, the special thing about learning a second language, English for one, is it allows you to see more opportunities. It opens new doors for you. What if someone is offering a software development job and it's in Germany, which usually requires you to speak in English or at least German? So you wouldn't be able to get it because you can't express yourself. No matter how great you are, more likely they wouldn't accept you. Because imagine if you are trying to present something, could you imagine if that presenter would have an interpreter? So it's like a Miss Universe kind of presentation, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of awkward. So that's the thing. That's how learning a language can do magic in your life. It opens doors. All right, so we're gonna move on to my special activity for you guys. In the first part of this video, we have set proper expectations that this episode may contain some strong words. It may contain vulgar words, but it's only for fun and for educational purposes only. No pun intended. Okay, so let's start. Now, the game we have for today is Bloopers Trippers. To those who don't know what blooper is, it's a funny mistake. So are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so here's how it's gonna work. Kat will guess the first slide. She's gonna read it and then she'll try to figure out which part of the statement is incorrect. This is more of word usage. Are you guys excited?
Yes.
Okay, I think
Let's
you
do
guys
it.
are nervous.
This is what my whole life is about in
Yes.
English world.
Yes, yes. Imagine a lot of people are watching you guys, so do good.
Oh no.
Anyway, so here it is.
Okay, if door does not close properly, jiggle the door knob. I think that jiggle or giggle is the
Yes,
word, I think.
that's right. Because imagine if the door is giggling, it means it's laughing in a silly way
I
because
will
you're
run.
amused, embarrassed, or nervous. So that could be very creepy, right?
Yes.
Especially if you're living in a huge house.
Yes, and
I will
alone.
scream.
Imagine that.
Yes, that's right. So the correct answer should be jiggle, which is making something move up and down or from side to side with short, quick movements. Jiggle the doorknob. All right, so it's your turn, Diane.
Okay. It said illegally parked cars will be fined. Well, the mistake is fine. Because
That's right.
it's like okay, but it is not okay.
The cars will be fine. I think the cars
car
will be fine.
I think not.
But the driver won't.
No.
The driver won't because he'll have to pay or will be forced to pay money as an official punishment. So here's the difference, guys. When we say fine, it is used to tell someone that an action, decision, etc. is acceptable. Sometimes we say fine or we meant okay, you'll be good, you'll be okay. On the other hand, when we say fined, it means forced to pay money as an official punishment. So now you know. Next, I think I can't do this. Go ahead, Kat.
McDonald's hiring smiling faces for afternoon. Oh shit! I think that's not the word. I think
That's
that's
right.
bad.
I think whoever did this already resigned. And
Yes.
Yeah.
I love
Fire.
McDonald's. Why are you
Yes.
doing this to McDonald's, guys? That's right. So when we say the word shit, it's an exclamation of disgust, anger, or annoyance. Next is shift. So the correct answer should be shift. It is a schedule. This is a jargon commonly used at work. it means a schedule. It could be morning shift, afternoon shift, or evening shift. I couldn't imagine if your supervisor will say, oh, you will be in the afternoon shift. Okay. Would you still do an overtime? So you would work in morning shift, afternoon shift, and evening shift?
Oh no.
That's just overwhelming. Next, Diane.
Shoplifters will be prostitutes.
Oh.
Yes, just I think a prostitute is the wrong word.
Yes, you got
Maybe.
it right. So if ever they get caught, they still have a second job, right? Oh no, we got caught, so we won't be shoplifters again. Next will be prostitution. You got it right. So it's actually prosecuted. So prosecuted is it means to officially accuse someone of committing. I'm sorry, I can't hold myself. The prostituted word. Okay, prosecuted. It means to officially accuse someone of committing a crime in a law, court, or of a lawyer to try to prove that a person accused of committing a crime is guilty of that crime. On the other hand, prostituted means offering someone for sexual activity in exchange for payment. So you, so you guys you better be careful because
Yeah,
Yes.
you'll be prostituted.
I will be prosecuted.
Okay, let's have Kat.
McDonald's now hiring smiling faces. I don't know. I think
Imagine
that's not.
a smiling poop.
Oh
You
no.
see the emoji? The emoji? The emoji.
Oh no.
It's getting crazier. Okay, so you're right. It feces. So when we say feces, it means waste matter discharge from the bowels. After.
Oh no.
So if you guys are eating right now, you may just stop this video
Yes.
and finish your food. Anyway, so feces, waste matter discharged from the bowels after food has been digested. Excrement. So the actual or the correct word should be faces, the
Faces.
front part of a person's head from the forehead to the chin, or the corresponding part in an animal. Sometimes when you say faces, you face it like it's in the front. So you see it on the surface. Okay, next. I think we have Diane, right?
Yes.
Executive boardroom. What do you do in the boardroom?
Oh no.
Maybe get bored. Like, I don't know, like you're working, okay, I'm gonna get bored. And you go inside the executive boardroom.
Okay, guys, let's go to the boardroom and let's get bored. I think it makes sense, right? Because if you keep on talking about numbers, that's gonna make you bored. Okay, so the correct word should be board, B-O-A-R-D. And the right word, to be specific, is boardroom. Okay. Because when we say bored, it means feeling tired and unhappy because something is not interesting or because you have nothing to do. Boardroom, a room in which I think the dog is trying to answer. What's his name?
It's Luna.
Oh, it's Luna. All right, so when we say bored, it means feeling tired and unhappy because something is not interesting or because you have nothing to do. On the other hand, the correct word that we should use is actually boardroom because it means a room in which the members of the board meet regularly. I want to share with you one of my personal experiences. I'm so sorry to all my friends out there. If you're watching, I'm trying to expose you, but don't worry, your names are still safe. So here it is. Cat.
So you are the best part of my life. Oh no. I think that no. Thank you.
Okay, so this time, actually, it's a blooper when it comes to speaking in English. So, of course, when you write it, you would know, oh, it's part, so it's incorrect. But when it comes to doing the pronunciation, sometimes the letter P and letter F are interchanged. So sometimes when you meant part, you say fart. So that's kind of awkward. So we have to be careful, not just in writing, but in saying the words correctly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So part is a piece of or segment of something such as an object, activity, or period of time, which combined with other pieces makes up the whole. Part, on the other hand, is an emission of gas that you don't want to smell.
No.
In my
Thank you.
mind, I'm really imagining like a guy is proposing, and then the guy said, "You're the best part of my life."
Oh.
I will leave them here. I will say no, thank you.
Yes.
And that's the end of the love story.
Yeah, I
Yes.
cut it off.
Okay.
That's it.
Let's just say the guy was given a second chance and the guy was able to marry the girl. But then he said this. Diane,
Wife, do you like the place? The place, husband? Yes, honey. I love the
Oh no. I think that the marriage go.
They will be asking, which one? What are you talking about?
I can smell divorce. The divorce papers are coming.
Yes.
Okay, so the actual or the correct word that we must use should be beach, and how you say it should be emphasizing the middle part of the word e, so beach. On the other hand, if you'll just shorten the word, it will sound like a bitch, which is actually a slang word for a vulgar woman. So you probably know what happened to the husband. Maybe
Yeah.
he's getting a divorce now.
Laugh in his face.
Bye.
Okay, that's all, folks. All right, so I hope you guys had fun and also have learned a lot of new things and the correct way of saying the word appropriately or correctly. And that's for our podcast for today. Thank you, Dianna and Kat, for joining us today. Did you have
Thank you.
anything you're welcome to plug or to promote? Kat?
No, thank you for your space. I think that was like my favorite part of the day and the week, and I start an excellent day today. Thank you.
Thank you too. How about you, Diana? Did you want to promote your TikTok page or?
Link in below.
should.
I'm kidding. Well, but I just want to say thank you for this small podcast. I really think this is a great experience actually to tell, because it will be my first podcast with speaking English actually, and I really enjoy it. I really spend hilarious fun in this small time. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you, Cata, for letting me know with just 3 hours of spare time and to prepare mentally myself. But it was great.
It was a surprise.
It was all fluent. Yeah, that was a nice surprise in the morning. Like, hey, do you want to get an interview for a podcast? And we're like, yeah, why not?
Well, thank you as well for joining us and for being so cool. I hope you guys also enjoyed. Again, don't hesitate to learn new things, including a new language, because it's definitely going to help you out in your career and even in your relationships. Is the best time to connect with people in any part of the world. Once again, it's Teacher Melody. Thank you, Diane and Kat. And you guys, if you want to enroll, just visit our website is www.gotalkto.com and have a beautiful day.
Go talk.